Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to January 2018. I am so excited to kick off 2018 and have not one, not two, but three of the top diamonds, my favorite people to watch and to train with Plexus that I've been watching for a very long time on my journey. I'm so thankful to have all three of them joining me. I have Helen McFadden, Rebekah Fowlkes, and Kelly Norman. You guys have gotten to watch their diamond documentaries. I shared them over the past few days. We've been kind of teasing this. I'm so excited, and I'm so thankful that they took time out to join us tonight. They are all getting ready for Super Saturday, as all of us are getting ready for that this weekend. So I know it's a really busy time for us. So thank you guys for giving us this time tonight and really being able to share with us. I really appreciate it. And we're going to go through and ask some questions. They were actually my trainers when I went out to Scottsdale and did that Jewels training. The three of them were my trainers. And when I found out that I had these three, I was super, super excited. And I'm so thankful that you guys have decided to share with us tonight. So I'm going to start by asking a question. I'm going to go through a rotation. They're each going to be able to answer the questions. And then I'm going to kind of change up the order so you all have a chance to answer first. So you'll get to see, as you saw in their diamond documentaries, they are all very strong leaders. They all come from different backgrounds. They have different ways of leading, but they all definitely are amazing women, and we can learn something from each of them. So the first question is going to be to Helen first, and then Rebekah, and then Kelly. What color personality are you? This is based on Big Al. A lot of us have done that Big Al training. We've looked at the different colors. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself with the color personalities and tell me how that impacts your business, how you work your business day to day? So Helen, if you will go first.
Okay. Well, I am a blue-red, so I like to say I'm purple. Kind of 50-50, although, I've taken a lot of different types of tests, and if you relate it to others, I'm probably a little more blue than red. So, of course, that means I love to have fun. I love to build people up. I love recognition. I love relationships. I love people. So this is just a natural business for me. And then, of course, it being so meaningful and purposeful with health products, it's like, it's a perfect fit. So, of course, where I have challenges would be time management, just staying organized. I've learned to delegate. Obviously, I have had to. And so a lot of people might not know that about me, because the longer you're at this type of business, you realize, okay, well, what are my challenges, and how can I enjoy the journey and not always be stressed and work from my strengths, but then delegate the things that I can. And so that's kind of how I tend to go at it. And what I found when I really do delegate and I find the people on my team that are so much better organized and love to, show up early at events and greet and just, be the team players that they are, it builds their strengths as well. And it's such a win-win, and not that I don't love to greet people. I mean, don't get me wrong. But if I'm like running an event, oftentimes I can't. And so just really getting to know people is such a huge part of our business, mirroring, building up people and their strengths in the process of knowing yours and then your challenges. So that's my color, purple.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to pass it to who I believe is your fellow blue as well. Rebekah, if you will go next and share a little bit more about yourself and your color personality and how you work your business. I think you might be muted. Let's see. All right. You're unmuted, Rebekah.
Okay, good. I too am blue. I would say, I feel like I hope all of us can see ourselves in all of the colors. You can pick out bits and pieces of them, but I would say that I'm very, very, very blue. And I even say that I do have, I think just the longer that you're in the business and, you become a leader, some of that red starts to just to form, but my root color is totally a blue. I want to be blue all the time. And I say, if my red has to come out, you do not want to see it. I really just want to be blue all the time. But the problem with that is it's not all fun. There's stuff that you have to sit down every day and you have to do that. You have to do the hard things and you have to follow up and you have to sometimes have hard conversations and things like that. And so I definitely have those. One of the elements of a blue, I remember from the book, is that they look for strong leaders to align themselves with. And so I find myself constantly being drawn to red personalities. I want to align with them, but I am happy to hand over the leadership role to someone else. I like giving, an opinion, but I don't want to be the leader. And then I find myself I'm very people oriented. And so I will choose the relationship over an issue. And so that can be sometimes that could be hard for me, but I love all the fun that Plexus has to offer. And I know that there's always stuff that we can say, oh, I wish this was different, or I wish this was different. When I look at other companies out there, just because my town, there's so many people that see success in network marketing, which I love to see that people are just realizing the opportunity in network marketing. But when I look at all of them, and I'll watch their events, live stream sometimes, or I'll, see all their pictures and everything, where Plexus, buries every other company, is in the fun. Our events, our contests, our trips, all the fun things that Plexus puts out there and says, oh, you want fun? You want fun? All the carrots that they dangle. I love being a part of Plexus for that. And the people that are in Plexus, I do not think that there could be better leaders and better people to look up to and to be inspired by in Plexus, because we all because we're in health and wellness, and people are constantly getting to help people. That yellow side of people that comes out, I love that. So it's definitely fun to be a blue in Plexus.
Awesome. Thanks, Rebekah. And Kelly, you are a fellow red. I know, actually, I think you and I have the same scores on our personality assessment as well. So Kelly's going to share a little bit about being a red personality.
All right. Were you at ESTJ?
Whatever it is. I know it's exactly the same as yours.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, oh, wow.
Okay, so first I want to say, before I talk about my color, is how much growth happened in me learning about personalities. And I know most of you can say the same thing, probably, that prior Plexus, you may not have been so well versed and educated on the different colors, the different personalities. So I wasn't. But coming into Plexus and learning all of this, it helped, I believe, it was like that puzzle that was missing on the inside of me. And I'll talk some more about that. But I am a red. And so a red, and myself, I'm going to be an achiever. I'm going to be very goal-oriented. I am motivated, of course, by the business. I got involved with Plexus for a business opportunity. I am very self-motivated. So an achiever, self-motivated, attracted by the business, goal-driven. So here's the problem with that, is that not everybody is. And there's nothing right or wrong about that. But if you're not educated on personalities, and I was so immature with this in the beginning of my business, and I know we'll probably talk about this.
She froze
up and work the business and do what they needed to do. So that was, that could come off a little bit brass, even though that wasn't my heart. My heart was love for people and wanting them to fulfill their dreams, their goals. And even though pay attention to this, even though my heart was good and pure, it came off through my personality, something that I had to learn some habits and some traits on to get the most out of other people. Because isn't that what we really want to do? That's the bottom line, is to be able to help others reach their goals. So something I wrote down here is that yellows want to be heard. Yellows want to be talked with, not talked to. And a red wants to talk to you. I would rather tell you what I think, and then you can take it and you can go do it. But that is not received well by a lot of yellows. And I've had to learn that the hard way because my team is full of yellows. So I've learned how to, John Maxwell has a book, and he says, everybody communicates, but few connect. That's powerful. So I've had to learn how to slow down, connect, see that I'm just a piece of the puzzle that connects with your piece of the puzzle, that connects with your piece of the puzzle, that makes that beautiful picture. So yes, I love yellows. I love blues. I love to connect with other colors in the business world to be able to complete that picture.
Thanks. And if you guys aren't familiar with the color personalities, if you've been around for a little while, we've talked about this a bunch, and there's several videos. Actually, I think, Kelly, you might have done one of them that I've watched before, where each person went through. Alyssa, I know you did one. It's really fascinating to figure out which color you are and then to make that connection with whoever you're talking to. So something I've been working on, so I was curious to how you guys would respond to that. Okay, so next up, you all kind of alluded to this a little bit. I'm going to have Rebekah go first, but how do you lead with the business? Rebekah, I know that you actually initially started for the business. That was your goal. You did a little research to figure out why a plexus was the best. So tell us how you lead with the business.
I always lead with the business. I don't know that I've ever gone into any kind of conversation. I mean, unless I meet someone, they're telling me health struggles, and then I would, of course, talk to them about the products. But I've only connected with people over the business. And I guess I feel like everyone should want the business. And if they, if for some reason they did not, which every once in a while, someone doesn't, but if they don't, then I can still talk to them about the products. And that the products are obviously such a big part of the business. But if I start to talk to them about the products and they say they're not interested in the products, and then I'm like, well, do you want to sell the products? I don't think that would work as well. And I love what this business does for people. And I feel like my business testimony and what Plexus has done for me and my life, like, I get so excited about that. And the calls, the people that are the closest to me, it just so happens, have had more success with the business. And so I get really excited about that. And of course, they're successful in the business because the products work so well. But I get excited about that. So I love to show people what Plexus can do for them. What I've found that really everyone who's come into my business, and me included, they're looking for a way to add $500 to their bills, to their account, or like $300 to $500. And you can sit there and you can show them the diamond income, and you can show them the Plexus Lexus, and you can show them all the big, really fun things, the shopping sprees, all of that. And they're like, yeah, that looks great. But if I could just make $500. And so I love, that's one of the things that I know we talk about. Stacey, I'm sure you talk about this, about when you're talking about their whys and they equate that with something. What would that $500 a month do? Then people get excited and they start to dream and they think, well, what if I could do that? And I love going through all the goal setting with them over that and helping them to achieve that. And so that just gets me really excited. So that's how and why I usually go the business route.
Thanks. Okay, Kelly, you're up. How do you lead with the business?
So one thing I was talking about a second ago is connecting with people. So I always want to connect with whoever I'm in front of. So I ask a lot of questions. And as I'm connecting with people, then I'm able to find out something that I can grab a hold of, and I can say why they would be so amazing at this business. So there's one, your why. And then as I'm connecting, I'm listening for what's important to them. And you can figure out somebody's color personality really quick. So then I can say what they could do with this income. So you have your why, your what, and then as we continue on, I can show them how. So I love to connect. It's always about connection first. And then we're going to go the why, the what, and the how. Why they would be good at this, what they could do with it, and how they could do it.
Awesome. Perfect tips. All right, Helen, what do you do to lead with the business?
Well, it's pretty simple. You should totally do what I do. You should totally do what I do. Oh, what do you do? And to go along with what Kelly was saying is, hang on, let me just change my little feature here. Okay. It was freezing. Okay, so if you were getting to know somebody and they, just tell me about yourself. Let's say, you were just getting to know somebody and you thought that they would be a great ambassador. And incidentally, I have on my desk right now who I'm looking for to go to be on my team. Open-minded, driven, smart, ethical, loves people, humble, not entitled, a good communicator, no drama, fun, loves health and fitness, disciplined, emotionally mature, team player. And that is something I look at every day. So I'm attracting that person, right? And I just got a dream teamer after 5 years, and I'm so excited. I'm telling you, these affirmations work. But, if you ask somebody, okay, so tell me about yourself. If they tell you about their achievements, that means they're a red. So you can go along with what Kelly was saying. You would obviously talk about the things about Plexus that would appeal to a red: the money, the comp plan, the car, freedom, all that kind of stuff, financial freedom. If they tell you about themselves, that means they're blue. So what Rebekah was talking about, the fun, the prizes, the shopping sprees, the trip to Maui, that kind of stuff, and the leaders retreat, lower level things as well. And then also if they if they tell you about their family, if Helen, tell me about yourself. And I start, I have 2 boys, I've been married. Okay, they're yellow, right? And so you're going to want to talk about time, freedom to be with your family and be able to live out your priorities. And then if they say, this is the best part, if they say, well, what do you want to know? That means they're green, right? Because they can't make a mistake and they feel like it's a test. And so then you can go into, what would appeal to a green. That we have all the shareables, we have the tools, we have a great back office, you get training, you have support, things that would be important. So there's so many things that you can really be intentional about when you're talking to people, not just about products. Because let's face it, the reason they have their health issues so oftentimes is because of financial stress. And we all know, every single person of you watching tonight knows how Plexus has helped you in some way financially. I mean, how many of you gotten that Friday check? And it's like, holy smokes, this is amazing. So, we can't keep it to ourselves. People are hurting. People need money. People need what we have. And we have to remind ourselves of that all the time. This is so much more than sharing health products. This is a one Plexus culture. People are dying for community now. If you look around, people are on their phones or isolating themselves. Like, we have something so special that we are offering as Plexus ambassadors. So really make it, I think the email came out, build your team in 2018. It's like this, theme of Plexus this year. It's just to really think about being intentional in leading with the business. And just by saying, you should totally do what I do. What do you do? Great lead. I mean, we can all say that, right? It's pretty non-threatening.
Yeah, absolutely. That we need to be leading with the business. Those are some really great tips. Thank you for sharing those. And so I'm going to kind of consolidate the next 2 questions. I had sent questions, and it was kind of about, what do you do when you feel like your business is just not going as well as you want it to be going? Maybe you're getting a little bit discouraged. And this kind of goes along with challenges that you've had to overcome. Even as a diamond, I know that there are challenges and struggles that you have. There are times and days that you don't feel like they're going as well as you want them to do. What do you do to overcome them? What kinds of challenges do you have? And what do you do to get past it and to keep going after 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, however many years it's been now? What gets you through? So Kelly, I'm going to let you answer that one first.
Okay. So if I'm in a slump, that means probably 2 things. Number 1 is I'm possibly not connecting with my team, and I'm not recruiting. So I always like to go back and look at this. And, activity cures so many things. And so many times when we get in a slump, the biggest no-no that we can do is nothing. So I'm going to be really attentive to that. And yes, there's been many times that I've been in slumps. And so I'm going to connect with my team. I'm going to be more attentive. I'm going to be more present. And that is something I have to be in tune to myself, especially with being a red and my personality. That is definitely something that I have to pay close attention to. So in a slump, I'm gonna make sure I'm connecting. And the other thing is I need to be recruiting. So the best thing for me in recruiting is expanding my network. So one of the best things I did the last year when I was in a type of a slump, I thought, Kelly, what do you love? What are you passionate about? And I wrote down the things that I was passionate about. And then I went and found somewhere to volunteer. And I volunteered with our community FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, in the school system. And so I had gotten my John Maxwell certification. I was friends with several of the leaders. And I just said, how can I serve you? How can I help you? And I spent several months just serving. And I made several new connections, got a couple ambassadors out of that just organically because I was serving. And of course, we're network marketers, guys. This is a profession. We are professional connectors. Our eyes are open to making those relationships. And then, of course, I'm being diligent on Facebook, putting it out there. So in a slump, I'm going to connect with my team, and I'm going to find ways to expand my market. And I think the healthiest thing for us to do is to do that with something we're passionate about, because this can't be just all plexus 24/7, or you're going to run yourself down or you're going to go stir crazy. So make sure you're doing some things that you love, and I think it can all come together.
Thanks, Kelly. All right, Helen, I think you're up next.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think it's really important to take an assessment of who you spend the most time with, because we are who we hang out with. And I would encourage all of you to take inventory of any kind of chat groups you're in, people that you're associating with. And if they are not big dreamers and big thinkers, and they're not supporting your dream and encouraging you, and we all have an energy about people, or everyone has an energy. So like, how do you feel after you leave their presence? Do you feel lifted up, or do you feel dragged down? And it's really critical in a business like ours, because if it is to be, it's up to me, that you stay in connection with people who are like-minded. It's critical, okay? So take an inventory of that. And I love what Kelly said about just expanding it can't be plexus all the time. I mean, I'm very intentional in working out. I need my downtime. I need my me time, to not just physically, but emotionally, because this business can be taxing, because like I said, people are the best part of this business, but they can also be the most challenging part of this business. So really, like, making yourself a priority is very important. And I call it being selflessly selfish, because you kind of have to look out for yourself if you want to do good in this world and really make an impact in changing lives. And so getting an activity then, when you're around like-minded people and you're doing your affirmations and you've revisited your why, like, you all should know your why to the point where it can just roll off your tongue. And when you talk about your why, it should bring emotion out in you. Because again, every single day, it's up to you. On this business, Stacey is not, shoving you out the door and making, behind you, are you doing your IPAs? It's up to you. And so we need to, in my toughest love, sweetest words I can say is, we need to just kind of grow up and realize that this responsibility of becoming, ranking up in this business and truly affecting lives and changing lives is an awesome responsibility, but we got to work on ourselves first to become that best version of us, so we can just give away and be so, genuinely excited about changing lives. It shouldn't be, if it's difficult for people to, really stay motivated, I just go back to, then, you haven't reread your text messages lately and your emails about people that literally are thanking you and kissing the ground you walk on because you introduced them to Plexus. That's the kind of business that we have. We are messengers of life-changing products, and that in itself, we need to remind ourselves of that, revisit our why, do our affirmations, take time out for us, all that kind of stuff. It's an awesome responsibility, but it's totally worth it. And anyone should be excited now with the new year. New possibilities, new goals. It's an exciting time. So, It's all good. No slumps. Nobody got time for slumps.
Right. Got to keep going, especially right now. Awesome. All right, Rebekah, what do you think? What do you do?
I totally second every word that came out of Kelly and Helen's mouths. They're both brilliant, and I loved everything that they said. I have to do some self-reflection when I am getting in a slump, and I totally echo what Kelly was saying about if I'm in a slump, then, well, and then what else I do, then one of a few things has happened. Either I'm feeling rejected, and especially as a blue, then rejection, it hurts my feelings, and I feel like I've hurt someone, that I've bothered someone or something. And so I have to go back to, why am I doing this? And the people that have said yes along the way. And I have to, but I really encourage you to do some kind of like self-assessment, that list, like what Helen was reading about all those qualities that she's looking for, someone that envelops those, and embodies those qualities. We're looking for those qualities, right? Those aren't probably something new that you're hearing. Those sound like your dream teamer and someone that you would want to partner with and that you would want to have as a power partner even. But I would encourage you to kind of make your own list out like that and say, would anyone say those qualities about me? Because that power partner is going to want to partner with someone that has those same qualities, because we're looking for those leaders, right? We're looking for people that want to run with this. And so if you look on your social media or you realize that, are you being positive? Are you complaining about things? Are you someone that's encouraging and you're life-giving in your words? Are you someone that draws people in and they want to lean in and be with you more? Or are they the person, like Helen was talking about, are you the person that people around you and they leave kind of going, oh, that was exhausting, So people, I know people are looking for Plexus. They're looking for our products. They're looking for our opportunity. They're looking for the culture that we have here. I love when Tarl even says that to a lot of people, Plexus is their bowling league, because this is a group of people that are special. And so put that out there. We talk a lot about attraction marketing and that you're going to attract who you are. And so be looking at those qualities, and there may be some that you need to work on. And it's not about being someone different than you are. It's just about being the best version of yourself. And so maybe that means that I would be looking at, Kelly talks a lot about this, and it's really great. I'm sure she has some great trainings on this, but what are you putting in front of your eyes? What are you putting in your ears? What kind of music are you listening to? And then who are those people that are talking to you? Because it seems like, oh, I just needed to get it out. I just needed to vent. And sometimes maybe to your spouse, you just say, it was kind of a hard day, But if you find yourself in those same conversations with those same people, then that's going to keep you in the slump. And so do you want to stay in the slump, or do you want to get back up and keep going? Because I know I am excited about 2018. I really am. I've got lists of people. I've been expanding my network, and I keep finding people that really have not heard about Plexus and that are excited for something new. And I'm going to tell you what, they're not in my friend group that I had now. I had to go expand that because now I've been doing this for almost 5 years. And so if you're sitting at home and you're going, well, everyone already knows about Plexus. Well, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. They don't. There's too many people out there that are truly looking for what we have to offer. And I tell you what's going to get you out of that slump. And that's finding some people that want to do this with you. Because when you find those few people that are excited and they're adding people to their team and they're hitting goals and they're recruiting new people, this is the most fun thing that you can ever do. Getting the emails, getting the calls from the people that are so excited about this. I was on the phone with a girl, she in the last 2 days, she's been doing this, her year anniversary was January 1st, so she's been doing it for a year, and she's a gold on my team. She went gold in October. She signed up 3 new ambassadors in the last 2 days, and she signed up 2 new customers. And she's just so excited, and I cannot help but it's contagious to want to be doing what she's doing, you know? And so I just encourage you to do some self-reflection and to see, would I want to partner with me? Do a social media checkup. Look on your Facebook, look on your Instagram. I'm constantly looking through my Instagram, you know, all those little squares and saying, would I want to partner with me? Do I look like someone, you know, would I appeal to the reds? Would I appeal to yellow? Whatever that is. But just see what you're putting out there. We're in social marketing or network marketing. So you're marketing your brand, and you are your brand. And so you have to be aware about what you're putting out there. And then the last thing I would just say is try to kind of take that focus off yourself. A lot of times if I'm in a slump, I've gotten inward focused, and I need to be focused on how I can help someone on my team, how I can help someone else other than myself, because, you know, paying attention to myself can get me in a slump. So anyway, those are some of my tips on if you find yourself kind of getting down on yourself or feeling like you're in a funk, those are some things that I typically do to hop out.
Wow. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, I know we are kind of right at our timeline. Do you guys have a few more minutes? Can I ask one more question to just finish it up, or are we good for another minute?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll just kind of combine these. I was going to ask you for your top tips and what you're most excited about for Plexus this year. Rebekah, you kind of already hit on that. Some things that we're excited about. What should we as ambassadors be getting super excited about? I know some emails just popped through. I'm excited to go see what some of the things are coming up this weekend for Super Saturday. So what would you say some of your top tips for rocking 2018 and what you're looking forward to most? Helen, do you want to go ahead and start?
Sure. Okay, so I wrote something down. Put your blinders on. Don't look around. You guys are enough, okay? So put your blinders on and be grateful every single day. And that might sound, you know, like a silly thing to actually lead with, but until you are truly grateful, we talk about the law of attraction, being a people magnet, it's really going to, you know, the challenges will get you down. So just to count our blessings, and again, be reminded that we are messengers of these life-changing products. It's a blessing to be a Plexus ambassador, like Rebekah was saying. I mean, you know, that's just the secret of life, right? If you just go out and bless other people, serve other people, and you will be filled with more joy than you can stand. And that's what our job is to help other people get what they want. And we will automatically start ranking up. So we can't give that away unless we are grateful and full of joy and just gratitude for the fact that we are even in this business and we have the ability to impact lives on such a meaningful level, okay? Get passionate. You know, there's nothing more powerful than a human soul on fire, right? We want to be around people that make us feel like, oh my gosh, I can do this. Well, you go be that person. You go be that person, you'll start attracting people to your team. You know, I think back, like, I didn't even taste the pink drink. I joined with Sheila over the phone because she was like so credible and passionate. And I was just like, you know, all I wanted to make sure was that I wouldn't die, had anybody died drinking the pink drink. And when she said no, I'm like, sign me up. I mean, it was like, I could feel it over the phone, you know, so get passionate, get excited. Like I said, ain't nobody got time for negativity, slumps, overthinking, feeling inadequate, worrying. You know, it's like we live in America. We have like the greatest opportunity. We need to embrace that, okay? So can you guys feel it like through the screen? All right, so another one is be accountable to your upline. When you're accountable, magic starts to happen because, you know, it's kind of the blessing and the curse, right? We can kind of, oh, I'm my own boss, so I can kind of hide and nobody will know. Well, once you put yourself out there with your goals and your why and your team and your upline, be accountable. So much credibility comes from accountability, okay? And then here's just what I'll finish with because we are going over, but y'all, like, we are entering this, we are in our 10-year anniversary for Plexus. This is our 10-year anniversary. This is huge for our company. Most network marketing companies, like, once they hit that 10-year mark, they are here to stay. So get excited about Super Saturday, all the things lined up that Plexus has. Fortunately, some of us kind of are in the know as diamonds on boards and, advisory boards and things like that. And there's just so many exciting things in store. I mean, I can barely sleep at night sometimes just knowing where this company is headed. Convention's going to be amazing. No, I don't know where it is, but we're all going to find out soon, right? On Saturday. But just, really, really think about what you have. Really, we have to be aware and really understand what we have in this company. And you all, we are all here for a reason. Every single one of you has the ability to really make a difference in the most meaningful ways. So hold on to that and just remember, every single day that, like Alex said, we are blessed, so we got to go be a blessing and go share unabashedly with people. We have nothing to be ashamed of in what we are doing. You just never know that person who's praying for an opportunity, praying for their health. We hold the key with Plexus. So open your mouth. I wish that rhymed with 2018, but I'll just say open your mouth in 2018. Isn't that profound? Yeah. That's all I got. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Helen. Thanks so much. Rebekah or Kelly, I know we're way over right now. Do you have final thoughts to say with us, or one few words to finish us off? Thank you so much for staying with us.
Kelly, you want to go ahead, or you want me to go, or what do you want me to do?
It doesn't go for it, and then I just got a couple of things. I'll finish it up.
Okay, I will just have a few things. One, I want you tonight to look and see who's on your team, who really wants to run with you, and I want you to pick 3 people. And I want you to go to them and say, do you want to run with me in 2018? Because I'm looking for running partners. And you don't need to talk them into it. If you have to talk them into it, then they're not your people. And if you don't have 3, then you need to recruit a couple more. But I want you to find 3 people that you can run with in 2018. Emily Gibson and Brooke Hemingway have a great training call on how to have accountability Zooms and how you set it up, how it can go through and what that looks like, and get you some accountability partners for the next year. I think that is huge. People that want to run with you, that y'all are determined to be positive and accountable to each other this year. Next, I would say get off Facebook to find your people. And I love some social media. I trained on social media at convention last year. I love social media. But what you need to do is you need to go get talking to people and connect with them. Let them look in your eyes. Let them hear your voice and see how passionate you are about this. Let them hear your story. Sometimes just typing it out, that's not enough. And where you're most likely to close a deal and to get someone excited and get them on your team is going to be in real life. And I am preaching to myself. That's on my goal sheet for this year. I've got written down places that I'm going and things that I'm going to be able to do to connect with people outside of my little sphere. Another thing that I want to say is get to Super Saturday. If you have not registered for that, do the live stream. You want in on it. If not just for the special incentives that come for people that are that attend or watch the live stream, those are big. And the training this year is different. It's really, really good and stuff you can start implementing in your business right away. So make sure that if you can't get to a Super Saturday, which try at all costs to get to one live. But if you can't, then get on the live stream. And then if you can't, then do the live stream. And then the last thing I'll say is I was watching a sermon on Sunday. And it was all about fear. And I feel like sometimes we're just a little scared, right? We're scared to kind of put ourselves out there, and you start letting all those voices about fear kind of hold you back. And he said this, and I wrote it down because I just thought it was so good. Well, first he said, fear is man's default and faith is man's choice, and that we can choose to have faith. But he followed it up with saying, the more that you listen to fear, the louder it becomes. And the more that you listen to fear, the more fluent you become in fear. And the more that you listen to fear, the further you are from faith. And so, again, I just am encouraging you, have faith. This works. If not by just seeing Stacey and Kelly and me and Helen, what it's done for us, there's so many diamond documentaries. There's so many people. this can happen for you. Start speaking life over yourself and your business and what's going to happen this year, because I truly believe it is turning. We are going to see huge things happen in 2018, and you want to be here for it.
Absolutely. All right, Kelly.
So good. All right. I'm just going to end up just with a really, really quick here. John Maxwell talks about success. And success is finding your purpose in life. That's the really quick definition of what he talks about that. But he said success isn't complete without significance. And so I'm going to leave you tonight with, there is something on the inside of you that wants to change the world. There is something on the inside of you that wants to impact others, that wants to be significant, that when they have your funeral, when you pass this earth, that what you did upon this earth still lives. And that's called what I like to call a legacy. And so that's what Plexus can do for you. Plexus can give you a platform, whether it's a team of 5 or 50 or 500, whatever that is being able to impact other people's lives. So I want to leave with this is, what are you passionate about? What do you do that just fills your cup up? What are you good at? What do people say, hey, you were great at that? That if I asked you to do it, that you can do it in a heartbeat. What are some of those things? Spend some time on those things that fill you up, the things that you're passionate about, your strengths. I would say even write them down. And then what are you doing with those things? And so I'm so thankful in my life that Plexus has given me opportunities. It's given me a platform to be able to fulfill my purpose, and then and right now I'm stepping into significance, because I am determined to add as much value as I can to people's lives in 2018. And it's not just for Kelly, it's not just for Rebekah, it's for you. Whose life can you change this next year and add value to? And I would say that's what leaves a legacy. So if you don't mind, I would love to give a shout out to my book that's coming out. Those things that I talked about here, it talked about mindset. It talked about letting go of offense, forgiveness, setting boundaries. It tells my story in there. And at the end, it's all about legacy. So if anything I said tonight, be sure you get my book. It's coming out in January.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for allowing me to go over. I usually try to stick on time. I appreciate you all so, so much. Now you can see why I've been so excited about this call. It's all I've been thinking about. I love you guys. I really appreciate you. I'm so thankful that you guys were my trainers, and that all the support that you give to everybody at Plexus, Sidelines, everybody. We truly appreciate it. Happy New Year to everybody. I will be posting this recording, and I will take the chat and share that as well. Thank you again so, so much. Leaders, hop on to Julie's Zoom. We are about to start our Gold and Above chat. All right. Thank you once again, everybody. Have a wonderful night. See you at Super Saturday.